Welcome to the day 15 of our UGC-NET Paper I class. And today in Unit 5, we are going to visit codes and relationships. Adaliyum on particular, today's class will solely focus on codes alone. Tomorrow class, we will be discussing about relationships. So moving on to the slides. First one, coding and decoding. So coding அப்படினா என்ன? What is coding and then decoding? Because both are inversion of each other. So here, as per the definition given here, coding is the process of encrypting a word, a number or a pattern in a certain pattern or code based on a set of rules. So நம்ம வந்து instead of in the previous sessions we have discussed about letter series and number series. So there they have given a series, we have identified the pattern and difference, then we managed to get the answer. Here this is also similar, but one particular difference is that the process itself they are employing from one particular series to another particular series. So they are converting or changing the series in a convenient manner. When you directly approach a pattern, you have to identify the difference and pattern, then you have to convert it form into another series. So likewise the process is known as coding. So if you are converting into an unidentified pattern, then that is coding. If you are converting unidentified pattern to identifying pattern, then that is decoding. So here the definition is decoding is the opposite, which aims to decrypt a particular code based on finding a common pattern or structure. So the process of decrypting a pattern into its original form from provided codes is known as decoding. அப்ப இதல what is the purpose அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, coding means to hide the meaning of any message and decoding means to understand the actual meaning of that message. So நம்மளுக்கு actually உங்களுக்கு இதிலே you guys might understand what is coding, because in military or whatever top secret thing they use coding patterns like encoded messages we will say. So there the messages will be sent in a coded pattern, then they will collect or decode that message. So அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கு. So coding is a method of transmitting a message between the sender and the receiver that no third person can understand. So during the World War time, there was a machine called Enigma. This particular machine that's more like a typewriter. So that was particularly used to transmit the messages during World War Second World War time. And there was a person, Alan Turing. He is the first code breaker, because based on his code breaking techniques only they have developed a calculator, and now we have come up with the modern version of computer, laptops, everything. So even AI also. So he was the previous code breaker or encoding person. So there was there is a film, Imitation Game, I think in English. So that film is a biopic of that guy. So that's how the Enigma was the one of the previous, if not first, machine to encode the message and transmit. So this is coding and decoding. In types of coding and decoding, so I have not categorized like yesterday class based on this, based on that, because these things are more like interconnected. I cannot simply categorize by a single term or something. So I have put bluntly completely in the 9 orders. So first one is letter to letter coding. So when you are a letter series is given, you are coding that into another set of letter series. Then letter to number. So you are converting this whatever letter given to a different set of number. Then again third one is a symbol. So substitutional coding. So that is also similar to letter coding only. Here instead of letter or a term, word, you are substituting another word to represent that. So in individually that particular word might have own meaning of its own, but here you are substituting with other thing. Next, three combined LSN. So letters, symbols, numbers, all three are combined to form a coding series. Next, conditional coding. See here, these things except this one, all the remaining things will follow a certain pattern. You can easily identify. But here, to be honest, in our questions, all these things could come under decoding, but conditional coding alone might come under coding. So you have to follow the instructions. They will be giving certain two or three instructions. You have to follow that instruction, then code the given word into a different word. Next, clock coding. See here, this is also similar to number coding, but clock coding, they on a particular primarily focus on the clock, the wall clock or watch, whatever you are. So they are using clock. Then binary coding. So in the machines you are using ones and zeros. So everything is coded in the format of binary. Next, alphabetical coding. See here, everything may or may not follow the alphabetical series, but here this particularly follows the alphabetical series. So that's why it is called alphabetical coding. So we will be seeing with the examples in the next slides. First one, letter to letter coding. As I said, the alphabet of a word is coded using various operations such as addition, subtraction, interchange, and so on in the method coding. So we have to identify the whatever pattern it is following. So if cat is coded as DBU, how is dog coded? So here, what is the difference? So C, D, so next letter, then A, B next letter, T, U next letter. So likewise here D, E, next O, P, next G, H. So E, P, H, that is the answer. That's how it is coming. So next letter. So this is known as letter to letter coding. Next, letter to number coding. So in the previous thing, they have directly converted a letter or word to another set of letter or a set of words. So here, instead of that, they are terming it as a number or coding it as a number. So if sun is coded as 54, how is moon coded? So here please note that they have taken the alphabetical number, that exact alphabetical representation, order representation. So S is 19 and U is 21 and N is 14. So they have added all these things, then 54 has come. Likewise, so moon has to be added. So that is M is 13, O is 15, again O is 15, N is 14. So 30 and then remaining adding 57. So answer is 57. So next, letter to symbol coding. So idhula pathina, instead of the like previous two, that would be which would be very easier, like you are alternating a letter or you are alternating a number. Here instead of that, you are assigning certain symbols to a particular letter so that letter should be coded as here. So idu vandu pathina, A given as percentage, B is at, and C is hash. So what is ABC coded? So likewise, the answer is coming here. Next is substitutional coding. See here, words are encrypted or coded with the appropriate term in this form of coding. So one set of words or letters are replaced by other set of words or letters in a sentence form. So here I have given example. If sky is called green, so sky is an individual letter, green is individual letter. So sky is called as green. Then green is called as red. Red is called as yellow. Then what is the color of blood? So usually color of blood, as we know, it is red. But here instead of red, it is the term red is called as yellow. So you have to write yellow. So that is how the yellow is the answer. So this is the substitutional coding. Next is LSN coding. So that is letters, symbols and numbers. So words from various statements are coded with letters, symbols and numbers utilizing various procedures in the form of coding and decoding. So now previously whatever we have seen, those things or those pattern would be repeated, but instead of applying separately, here we have to apply all the three like alphabets or letters, then numbers, then symbol. So here please see the example. If dog is equal to D$5, then cat is equal to C0 at, then what is rat? So if it is given, if it is asked as a question in the exam, I would suggest you guys see cat, rat. So both are repeating. Then AT is 0 at. You just have to find out the thing for whatever first letter. So here you see that the first letter is not changing. D as D, C as C. So therefore R 0 at. That is how the answer is obtained here. So this is LSN coding. Next is conditional coding. So as I said earlier, no. So they will be giving certain conditions or rules. You have to follow that particular set of rules to identify or code or decode whatever you have to do. So you have to follow that particular method. So here a set of rules or conditions and a list of words and phrases, each following a certain procedure or transformation. So we have to apply everything. So next, here I have given example. The example பார்த்தா உங்களுக்கு புரியும் நினைக்கிறேன். So for conditions, 4 conditions they have given here. First condition is convert each letter into its alphabetical position. That is the first condition. So if the first letter is a vowel, that is A, E, I, O, U, add 1 to each number. So then that means each letter into alphabetical position means if that is A means 1, 1 plus 1, 2. So that should be written as B. So next, if the last letter is a consonant, reverse the code. So here east example is given. So that is T is consonant. So we are reversing the code. But if I have given any other eyes, for example, if I am keeping eyes, so E. So the last letter is not a consonant, so I need not to reverse the code. So this condition could be eliminated. Then the fourth condition is if the total of letters is even, multiply the middle number by 2. So here first condition they are applying E as 5, A as 1, S as 19, T as 20. So they have obtained a code. First letter is a vowel. So add 1 to everything. So 5 becomes 6, 1 becomes 2, 19 becomes 20, 20 becomes 21. Then last letter, here last letter in this example it is a consonant. So we are reversing the pattern. So 21 comes first, 20 next, then 2 comes next, then lastly 6. At last, even number of letters. So here, if the total of letters is even, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. In East there are 4 letters. So multiply the middle number by 2. So here middle number is, it is these 2. So they are multiplying it. So 2 20s are 40, 2 2s are 4. So the final code would be written as 21 40 4 6. That's how the conditional coding works. So I hope everyone understood this concept. Okay, now புரிஞ்சதானே guys? Guys, reply. Am I audible?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, fine, fine.
Yes, sir.
See, please unmute and say, because I don't want to just get out and see the message. Okay, next is clock coding. Clock coding, like clock we know that there are only 12 numbers in clock. So whatever coding is done, it is done within the numbers from 1 to 12. So here numbers from 1 to 12 are coded in this form for coding and decoding, and questions are answered according to the clock time. So in clock coding, the numbers 1 to 12 on a clock face are coded based on their positions. So இப்போ இதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா clock time logic, matching numbers with coded values, analyzing positions, understanding time based transformation. So If here one example is that if 3 is coded as 9, 6 is coded as 12, then again 9 is coded as 3, what is the code for 12? So இதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 3 plus 6, adding 6, 3 plus 6, 9, then 9 plus 6, here for the second thing 6 plus 6, 12. So again 9 plus 6 could be called as 15. So since the number exceeds 12, we have to subtract the 12 from the digit. So 15 minus 12, it is 3. Again similarly, so 12 plus 12, 24. So you have to again minus 12 plus 6, 18. So then you have to minus 18 from 12 from 18. So that's how we are getting answer as 6. So that is answer 6. In a simpler manner, here they have given us opposite numbers. So இதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 3 is the opposite number of 9, 9 is the opposite number of 3. So 6 is the opposite number of 12, 12 is the opposite number of 6. So likewise also you can identify the pattern. So this is clock coding. So these are the common patterns followed in the clock coding. Even these could be called as a types of codings also. So in clock coding, position based coding. So the numbers are coded based on their position on the clock. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will get to the circle now. So that's how they are placing it. Next, opposite number logic, like the previous example we have seen now. So on a clock, numbers opposite to each other always add up to 13. So next is clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation. So number is shifted in either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction by certain number of steps. So if 1 is given, I have to move 2 numbers. So that is 2, 3. So my 1 would reach 3. That means what number the 5 would reach. Likewise, the question might be there. Next, time to angle. So in the clock, there would be a time, no? So 6 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whatever. So based on the minutes and seconds hand, how or what the angle it forms, that kind of coding is also there. So each thing you can assign a pattern and you can form a coding through clocks. So these are the common patterns in clock coding. Next is binary coding. This is the common, very common, very easiest, if not easiest, so very efficient, user-friendly method now being followed by the computers, AIs, everything. So whatever we do, either Instagram filter or YouTube search or any Amazon, whatever we are purchasing, everything is coded as zeros and ones only. So binary values. So here, for any set of words, they are using binary values to encode the words. For that, previously they are identifying here they are using alphabetical position or ASCII value, whatever. So most probably we guys don't know the ASCII value for each letter. So they will probably follow the alphabetical position only, but there are some cases where they use ASCII value and custom binary logic also. But in our exam, alphabetical position is the most prominent case where they will give us question. So here we have an example. What is the binary code for the word bed? So here they are using alphabet logic. So A is 1 and B is 2, likewise. So if B is 2, then E is 5, D is 4. Then this 2 is converted into binary form. 5 is converted to binary form. 4 is converted into binary form. Now each the number is or term is written here, and then they form a pattern. So that is how this thing is there. Next is alphabetical coding. So alphabetical coding is the basic common thing where we are using regularly in any kind of letter series or whatever. So we are coding like in the previous example we are using, so D is 4, O is 15, likewise. So then we are coding the number. So that's all coding. Whatever types are there, I have explained. I hope given any time anyone can solve any problem. So that's not how the exam works. So in the exam we would be given very less number of times. So I request everyone to solve quickly. So these are the bibliography. So that's all. for today's session.